What's good, y'all? So today we're reacting to the victims of Aries Spears. Shout out to Royce for the video. All right, what's good, y'all? We back with another one. As y'all can see, comedian Aries Spears. I didn't know he was a menace like that. I know he was a menace. I know he a menace on stage and he can talk that shit, but I didn't know he was out here doing it dirty. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into this video.
There are very few comedians who seem to have been as intertwined with the hip-hop generation as Aries Spears. This is in no small part due to the fact that the New Jersey comic doesn't only love rap music, but is never shy about expressing his impassioned opinions on it whenever he gets the opportunity.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Not only is he one of the best lyricists ever, but again, you talking about words to truth. I'm not a businessman, I'm a business man. That's one of the coldest lines ever, cause it's true. Jadakiss, why is lying 85% of their rhymes? That is a lie. Hov is telling the truth. Lyrically, he's not fucking with Hov.
Kendrick.
And as far as being a
Kendrick.
no. Lyrically, no. Drake.
Wow, no, not Kendrick. He wilding for that one.
From a showmanship in terms of the brand, Drake?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But bar for bar? No way.
That's without even getting into the fact that when it comes to impersonating rappers, there's been few people doing it at his level over the years.
Hey yo, 1, 2, 3 into the vote. Snoop Doggy Dogg taking condoms out the dope. Ready to get up in you, so back on up. Grab a condom cause I'm ready to fun. Yo, it's your man DMX. Where's my dogs at? Where's my dogs? I told y'all dogs about it with me. I told y'all dogs about with they. Talk to me, man. It's your boy in the building.
He nice to be the person.
It's your
Hey, hold on. Maybe this is a case of comedians want to be rappers. I never heard rappers want to be comedians. You know, they got the basketball player or ballers want to be rappers and rappers want to be ballers or ball players, whatever. What if this is a case of that? I just don't hear people saying, oh, I want to be a comedian. Like, truth be told, being a comedian will be that's smooth, you feel me? But I ain't gonna lie, being on stage telling jokes for an hour straight, that's different. That's different. I don't know if I could do that.
homie, I told you the game's over. I got it locked. Oh, yo, shit, stop.
And courtesy of his now regular appearances on Vlad TV, we're now getting more opportunities to hear his thoughts on hip-hop than ever before. But Spears isn't a man that pulls punches, and it's no surprise that not everyone is always going to be delighted about what he has to say, especially
He's a comic. Comics aren't supposed to pull punches. That's the whole point of what they do. They're there to make fun of our reality. When you start, and that's another thing that makes being a comedian so hard, because the world we live in today is just, my bad, my mic all the way over there. I don't know if y'all can hear me correctly. But the world we live in today is just so sensitive and stuff. So when it comes to doing that particular job and trying to be funny, but at the same time not trying to offend somebody, and at the same time doing your best to be you on stage, the reason why people don't spend 80, 200, I don't know what people spend on comedy tickets. I ain't never been to one. I need to go to a show, honestly. But my whole point of me saying this is, the world we live in today, being a comic or comedian has to be one of the hardest jobs there is, honestly. To be good at it without being a puppet, you know what I'm saying, for the upper echelon, if you dig what I'm saying. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to you. I'm just rambling.
especially with that New York bias that he's known to have, which had some people threatening to confiscate his hip-hop card.
The who?
The Clips.
The rap group?
Yeah.
Jog my memory.
The Clips.
I never heard
Pusha
of
T and Malice. You never heard Grinding? You don't know about this? Are you really a hip hop fan? Clips.
Are they, listen, I'm not.
Pharrell produced them. You don't know who this is?
I'm not a fan of rappers who like play ukulele in the park and walk around with their bare feet. I'm not into earthy niggas.
The Clips are not earthy.
They not?
Crap. They're like the kings of like drug rap.
Oh, excuse me.
Do you not know who the Clips are?
I probably
Give me that
don't.
In fact, there are times when he even straight up eviscerates artists without the slightest regard for the fact that they might become aware of his opinion. And in certain instances, they even let it be known that they've got smoke for him. It's your boy Luesta, and these are the many victims of Aries Spears. Because of his savage crowd work and uncensored material, Aries is used to saying big, bold things on stage with a fearlessness that can only be commended. And because because of this skill set, Aries has no problem taking on any rapper. At one point, he even extended this to dissing an entire nation's hip-hop scene. This is of course when Aries aired out his issues with UK rap. Despite
I can't think of one rapper that would want smoke with a comedian that could really talk shit back and forth. Yeah, you can talk about guns, this, that, the third, but somebody just coming at you like fuck bar for bar. I'm talking about nothing but straight disrespect, but at the same time, it's real stuff about you that you can't take. Or man, he'll have that crime. I'm telling you.
fact that British MCs have been making major waves for years, and artists such as Dave, Central C, Stormzy, and Skepta have made inroads to the UK market, Aries simply wasn't having any of it at all. And in the process, he churned out a crazy impersonation, which detailed exactly what he didn't like about it.
But I can't stand listening to niggas from London rap. That shit sounds ridiculous. Everything ain't for everybody.
Right.
Just cause it's there don't mean everybody should touch it. When I call them to the street in the block, what they say to me? That shit.
Alright, now you being disrespectful. Bro, they got some that's fire. I don't know what time period this was. I don't know, but he tweaking, bro. They got some of them UK cats that's actually hard.
It sounds ridiculous.
Immediately, this clip went viral and even led to remixes on TikTok that were unironically kinda hard.
I can't stand listening to niggas from London rap. Come off the thing. When it come, when it come, when it come, and it go, and it feel, and it
Unsurprisingly, this garnered a mixed response, with some UK hip-hop heads taking issue just as certain US fans felt that he'd said what they'd been thinking all along, dismantled their style, made fun of them, and improved upon it. He listens to the worst example, then comes up to the conclusion that we're all like that. Comedians need material, I get it, but this did nothing to discourage Aries or prompt him to educate himself on hip-hop.
I think that's what it is too. He just ain't. I believe whoever wrote that comment just then, they had the best comeback to that. Like maybe he just ain't heard good UK rap. That's just it. And he wants to just run with the fact that he heard somebody that was trash, and now he want, oh, we're all trash. All right, it makes sense.
And since then, he just won't relent in trying to shred the entire British scene.
I saw something where you were talking about
London rap.
UK rap.
Let me tell you.
Have you heard this?
And you know, I probably might be doing a huge detriment to myself because the UK loves me. And I got so many people going, man, when you come into the UK, but the way I be dumping on them, man, them rappers is horrible, man. On the Charlie, the ball, and the pop pop, and I do it for M, let's go, and the pop pop. Everything ain't gotta be for everybody, yo. That is garbage.
One more time.
And the call, and the call, and the cop, and the comedy, pop, pop. And what you wanna do with the pop, pop?
When it comes to Aries, this seems to be the way that he operates, as once something he says goes viral or picks up traction, he can become like a dog with a bone. A clear-cut case of this happening went down recently when he embarked on a high-profile war of words with a true West Coast legend. In hip-hop culture, the vast majority of people have heralded former NWA member and all-around great Ice Cube as a true titan who paved the way for much of what was to come and has made the genre great. Well, it turns out that it's really everyone except Aries Spears, who has gradually revealed his true feelings on the MC turned actor to the point that they've now got real beef. Up until recently, Spears had previously been more measured in his evaluation of Cube, simply claiming that he didn't compare to people like Biggie Smalls as a storyteller.
But Today Was a Good Day is one of the most story records, hip hop. I mean,
Yo, fuck out of here! Niggas Bleed puts everything to rest. It's over. Niggas Bleed is the Terrence Crawford versus Ice Cube's Errol Spence.
Wait, hold on. Y'all trying to make or convince a New York comedian who rocked heavy when Biggie was beefing with Pac when he was in the West that, yeah, I can see how, yeah, y'all know how these old heads be. A lot of them, man, ain't no changing they thoughts, man. Some of them you can, but I can see how trying to convince him of, oh, Ice Cube was nice, which it really and truly should be some undeniable stuff. If you really enjoy listening to hip hop, you should be able to come forward like, all right, he nice, like, you know what I'm saying, and see, you know, what's nice, what's not. Even if it's not for you, you should still be able to identify, okay, he nice with it. You know what I'm saying? Man, let's get back to it.
When you listen, again, I'm from New York. You from New York, so I know people gonna come up with that's just New York bias. Man, fuck that. Listen to the track. The way Biggie tells that story with that melody behind it, that music behind it.
Why when he said listen to the track, I thought, girl, the way you do it, like, you know what I'm saying? Listen to the track.
The way it builds to a crescendo, it literally felt like you was watching a scene that could have been a Martin Scorsese movie.
On other occasions, he was confused by some of the roles he'd landed in Hollywood, given his stature and lack of muscle tone.
When Ice Cube did the Vin Diesel movie, listen.
Triple X?
Triple X. Ice Cube is a little chunky nigga. He built could have been a Martin Scorsese movie.
On other occasions, he was confused by some of the roles he'd landed in Hollywood, given his stature.
So what is the half divider supposed to be like 6 inches? Because Kevin Hart's right on that 5'2" range. I knew like 6'6". I don't get how this paper measuring, but it say 1.73 meters. Ain't that 6 feet? Or close to? Hold on.
And lack of muscle tone.
When Ice Cube did the Vin Diesel movie, listen.
Was it Triple X?
Triple X. Ice Cube is a little chunky nigga. He built like a propane tank. Action stars look like The Rock, Jason Statham, Stallone and Schwarzenegger in the 80s.
In the prime, yeah.
Or even if you go with a guy like Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis may not have had the necessary physique, but he was the everyman's man. The kind of guy you know would sit at a bar, crack open a beer, and might break it over your head if you disrespect him. You have to look and be the part.
But think.
Wait a minute, hold on. If you looking back at like Friday, Ice Cube didn't play the everyman's man. Like he didn't play the manly role, but he did have like manly moments. You know what I'm saying? You know, he like we had that moment with Pops. He was like, you know, they talked about fighting. He was like, you live to fight another day. Like that's what that be about. Or the fact that he fought Debo when he fought Debo straight up. You know what I'm saying? Of course he did hit him with that brick, but anyways, in Friday, Craig or Ice Cube, his role playing Craig was the everyday cat at that point in time. He got fired on his day off. What? Trying to figure out how to get the money to pay for weed, this, that, the third. That was Craig. We didn't think of Craig as the Bruce Willis or the Chuck Norris, or like we didn't think of him like none of those roles. His position at what he played was the position of just a cat on a Friday, trying to get by, trying to get to it, trying to chill, trying to link with this chick from around the way. Like that's what his role was. I believe he played that to a T for that time period. On top of that, him being broke, asking his sister for money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, I believe he played that role to a T. I don't know. This Aries Spears, he's not like a hating ass. Well, yeah, hate.
Things really came to a head when Aries claimed that he had never been a fan in any way, shape, or form, and basically implied that he was extremely overrated.
Ice Cube does nothing for me as a rapper and an actor. Okay, nothing. The song.
He's just a hater, bro. That's all he is. He's trolling. He's a hater.
Song that makes me want to jump out of a window is "Have a Good Day." Today was a good day. Rolling down the street in my 6'4". Police didn't come bother us no more.
That's not the way the lyrics go.
Whatever, but that cadence, you might as well have them say green eggs and ham. Sam, I am.
In turn, things got so heated that he was called out by other legends like Willie D of Ghetto Boys for speaking ill of a great.
You know, Willie D called me.
Okay.
I was in Louisville, Kentucky, and I love Willie D. That's my man. But this nigga called me like I disrespected him.
Ill of a great.
You know, Willie D called me.
Okay.
I was in Louisville, Kentucky, and I love Willie D. That's my man. But this nigga called me like I disrespected his mama. He was like, Aries, man, you don't understand what Ice Cube done did for the culture, man, and hip hop. Why you say? And I go, Willie, it's a subjective opinion. I'm allowed to not like Ice Cube. I know, man, but Aries, man, he was on me.
If there's one thing everyone knows about Cube, it's that he's not exactly going to withstand insults like that and not say anything. And when asked about Aries' comments, he responded to the slander with some insults of his own.
Not bad about you, man.
Who's this?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that.
Nah, it makes sense. Bro wanted some clout. He was clout chasing. He wanted Ice Cube to speak out about him because he was irrelevant at that time. Or he wanted his name to get a little buzz. Now it makes sense.
Dude, yeah. He said nothing.
Is he a comedian? Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know if he a comedian.
Did you hear what he said?
What'd he say?
He said it was nothing about you impresses him. From movies to rapping, nothing at all.
Suckers usually don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that they usually don't like me when they coming from that angle. That's cool though. You know, everybody got their opinion, and they all stink. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's cool. You know, he entitled to his opinion. It's the feeling is mutual. You know, I don't think he on anybody's list of top 10 comedians. You know what I mean? In the black community for sure.
In the aftermath,
Hold on, he said top 10 comedians. Ooh, all right. Here we go. Let me put my top 10 out there. Dave Chappelle, Patrice, Cat Williams, Eddie Murphy. I give you a top 5. Key and Peele is in there. Eddie Griffin. Fuck it, I'll put Kevin Hart.
it back again and inferred that he didn't like how he had been characterized in the whole exchange, claiming that it made it worse than it was.
Am I not allowed to have an opinion and voice it if it's not in the direction of everybody else? If you don't know who I am, how do you know if I'm funny or not? So you can't have it both ways. And for the record, I respect Ice Cube, the man. I respect Ice Cube in terms of what he's brought to the game. He's one of the pioneers. So hats off to him for that. I just said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. I never attacked him as a man. I never attacked him in terms of his character. I said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. Why am I not allowed to feel that way? Why is that?
But it's not exactly played out well for him in the eyes of the average viewer, as many think that he got in his feelings about it a little. The same reason why when somebody don't think you're funny, you get salty. Why do you think Cube is hating? You gave your opinion, he gave his. Now, the image that he's being petty and holding a grudge about the whole thing isn't exactly dying down, because at the minute, he's delighting in the fact that Ice Cube's new film, which was a recent adaptation of the classic book The War of Worlds, has majorly flopped.
It was just about me talking about my opinion, but a lot of people sent the world results to me.
Yes.
And by Instagram was like, oh man, y'all about to have a field day with this. Aries was right, vindication. And like I said, that was never my objective.
This is a common thread for Aries when it comes to his self-appointed enemies, because once he decides that someone's fallen afoul of his standards, he will savor every slip-up they make. And one person he got the chance to do that with, at least briefly, was Lizzo. Although many of his foes were guys in hip-hop, Aries hasn't been shy about coming after women either. Over the years, he's had harsh words for everyone, from Foxy Brown and Iggy Azalea to Cardi B.
Foxy looked like the inside of her bra stink.
Listen, Foxy don't like me. She told me to suck her dick recently.
She told you to suck her dick?
Yes.
And that's part of my issue. I believe she has one.
That's crazy.
Although, whatever he has said about them pales in comparison to his war against Lizzo, as that's one lady he's taken repeated shots at, and in every instance, it hasn't been about her music or anything else.
Don't tell me it's about her weight, bro. You big too. Like, hold on. How you dropping somebody about their body? You know what I'm saying? If you on that bigger side too, bro, like, yeah, she could get in the gym. Maybe she is. Who knows? All I know is that'd be crazy. I don't know what he about to say next, but if he's about to say that you're out here, you know, throwing shots because she big and you big, that's some self-hate stuff, brother. I'm just saying.
Instead, it's all been fixated on her appearance.
See?
I can't get past the fact that she looks like the shit emoji.
You got titty? Bro. I'm just dumbfounded at the fact that he got the audacity to come with this shit, bro. You're a big guy too. Look how much weight just carries in bro's face.
Yo. Very beautiful girl. She got a very pretty face, but she keeps showing her body off, nigga. Like, come on, man. I'm sorry, listen, I ain't the most in shape nigga in the world, but I still, you know, when you funny and you got swagger and confidence and you decent looking, I think I'm at least handsome, you get pussy. But a woman that's built like a plate of mashed potatoes is in trouble.
From
Bro, you gotta get in it. Like here's my thing, bro. Your health is your wealth. I don't care how much money, swagger, power, influence, all that. It's nothing when you got a problem with the doctor. You know what I'm saying? If that's really how he balances out, oh, I can be a big nigga because I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. Instead of just saying, oh, I can go do a few push-ups. Oh, I can do a few pull-ups. Like just get right real quick. You know what I'm saying? Get to a level you can maintain, and then just maintain it. You ain't gotta be a bodybuilder. Like y'all see, I'm fairly in shape and whatnot, but like it's not on some extra shit. You know what I'm saying?
there, he didn't let go, as he then went off on body confidence as a whole.
You know what kills me about women is the hypocrisy and the contradiction. Yes, queen, slay queen, yes, queen, slay. Yeah, girl, your confidence. Fuck diabetes, fuck heart disease, cholesterol. Y'all claim.
Do y'all hear that? Do y'all hear what he's talking about? Is he not worried about these things? Is he not? Do you not have to worry about these same issues? Are you not on that same train? What world are you living in with your belly? All right, and here's another crazy part. Buddy wears a size larger than what he actually wears, and that's why his gut appears to be just disappeared. But you can see the crease. You see that crease right across the shirt. Brand new tee though. He even got the crease down the center of that thing. Y'all see that shit? Anyway, this a big guy. Like my thing is, if you're dealing with those same issues, why speak on it, bro? Let's just keep it a bean on that right there. Like, but hey, this how he living, bro. It's like calling somebody else broke, but at the same time, you just put 10 cents in your gas tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, all he did was put 10 cents in. What did that do? 0.0002. That's a few drops, bro. But you saying, oh, this person is broke because they can't afford to put a full tank in. That's just crazy.
Womanhood and about sisterhood and support for your sister, you know, when it come to that ridiculous shit. But if you really gave a fuck, why wouldn't you go, black girl, we love your confidence, boo-boo, but this ain't it. That's the real love. Y'all will jump on me for making jokes, but y'all won't fucking be real and go, sister, put the eclair down. This ain't it. It's treadmill time.
Instantly, this comment made major commotion, and while some people were able to find humor in it, others felt like it was a case of the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah,
this man went from left to right and wants to talk about Lizzo's size, when he looks like he's 2 cheeseburgers away from a cardiac episode. I know a Y chromosome, with a face only a mother could love, isn't talking. The persistent debate over what was said clearly reached Lizzo's ears too, prompting her to make a little jibe of her own at the VMAs as she accepted an award.
And now, to the bitches that got something to say about me in the press, you know what? I'm not gonna say nothing. They be like, Lizzo, why don't you clap back? Why don't you clap back? Cause bitch, I'm winning, ho.
Wow.
Bitch is winning, ho. That's what so purple, bitch.
But
Wow, I ain't gonna lie to you. That could have been handled better, but yeah. Wow.
according to Aries, this certainly didn't bother him at all.
The guy asked me specifically about her music, and then I went totally left. And people have to understand 2 things. Number one, no matter what, this badge that I wear called comedy, I'm with this through thick and thin. This oath that I've taken called humor, I don't betray that. And this is how this works. When you're a public figure and you do the things like that Lizzo does, where you come to a Laker game and you show your whole ass in front of children and families, you are fodder for jokes.
And rather than issue an apology, he insisted that she fully deserved it because of her public persona and the antics that came along with it.
I'm always thinking joke first. I'm a comic purist, and there's no way that you can have it both ways. There's no way that you could be in the public eye, do the things you do, and not expect a comic to respond. And I responded, and despite a lot of the backlash that I've gotten, mostly from women, I have gotten what feels like an equally amount of support. Big girls can't be sexy or beautiful, because they can, and some are. But when you got your whole ass out, I mean, I'm just saying there's something to be said, even non-big girls, classy, elegance, sophistication. I don't know that you with your whole ass out twerking at a Laker game. How do I ignore that?
Would you say the same thing to a chick that was fine and fit? I'm just saying, because I've seen that. I don't know.
A Laker game and you show your whole ass in front of children and families, you are fodder for jokes.
And rather than issue an apology, he insisted that she fully deserved it because of her public persona and the antics that came along with it.
I'm always thinking joke first. I'm a comic purist, and there's no way that you can have it both ways. There's no way that you could be in the public eye, do the things you do, and not expect a comic to respond. And I responded, and despite a lot of the backlash that I've gotten, mostly from women, I have gotten what feels like an equally amount of support. Big girls can't be sexy or beautiful, because they can, and some are. But when you got your whole ass out, I mean, I'm just saying there's something to be said, even non-big girls, classy, elegance, sophistication. I don't know that you with your whole ass out twerking at a Laker game. How do I ignore that?
Even after the initial hubbub around his comments died down, Aries still felt away to the point that he relished the news of her harassment lawsuit, which claimed that she'd been abusive to her dancers.
In a piece of paper bearing my name, got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain, that's right, ho.
He who laughs last laughs the loudest, and silence speaks volumes. Clearly, Aries is a man who has a lot of opinions, and he isn't afraid to express them. Coupled with that is the fact that he just won't let it go once you've slipped out of his good graces. Just ask Will Smith, a man who's been catching strays from Aries for a good while now. From the moment that it happened, Aries was highly critical of Will.
I promise you right now, everybody on the planet can remember where they was the night that Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. Everybody knows where they was when that happened. I can promise you that.
Over the Chris Rock slap situation.
But like me personally, I was in San Diego. I was at the house of Stan and Mars. I don't know who that is, but I was there. We was all chilling. And I hear this can't be real. I look back on that phone. Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. I swear to God.
And the entire fallout that went with it.
I just talked about this on my podcast. This boggles my mind because I'm sitting here going, in some of my loneliest moments in terms of dreaming, I went, whose career would be better to have than Will Smith? Especially if you could physically fit the part. 6 feet tall, in shape. He's the desire and the want of pretty much every woman, regardless of race. He's the envy of every guy. Famous, you rich, you got it all. Mansions, cars, you need for nothing. You're one of the A-list motherfuckers. And you mean to tell me you are going through this?
As you probably noticed, much of his issues stemmed from Jada's behavior and how Will had morphed into being a simp over the course of their marriage.
Between him being on The Breakfast Club and saying when Charlamagne asked him, are you threatened? Were you ever threatened by her relationship with Tupac? And he goes, fuck yeah. And then you cut to the Chris Rock slap. Then you cut to Tommy Davidson was recently on Shannon Sharp's podcast, Club Shay Shay. And he tells the story of when he's doing the movie Woo with Jada, and they have a love scene. She's his love interest, and they kiss. You know love scenes and kiss scenes happen. You've done them. And now you mad and you barking at little Tommy Davidson because you can't handle your wife in a make-pretend moment? Like, come on, man.
But
that's true. If she an actress, that's gonna happen. That's crazy. And to be mad about that.
For all that he had plenty of jabs for the former Fresh Prince, it didn't compare to the wrath that he had when it came to Will's return to the rap game, most notably his freestyles.
You haven't heard the latest about his diss track against Chris Rock? He said something about I'ma get enraged. When you disrespect me on the stage, you best believe I'ma come up on the stage.
Okay, hold on.
And in the comments, people were like, wow, he rhymed stage 3 times in a row.
Okay, hold on. No, I didn't like
shit
that.
was
I'm not a
But here's the other part that people are going, like, you said you sincerely apologized, but then you do that.
Right. You just threw the apology out the
Come
window.
on, man.
But
Wait, hold on. He apologized, then he dissed Chris Rock. Will, that's some loser type shit. Yeah, not gangster. Not Jesus, Will Smith. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Out of all the famous people with bread, a life, this at the third, Will Smith has to be one of the lives that I would not want to live. Just maybe if a few decisions was made differently, like a lot of decisions with his personal, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying. Will Smith ain't somebody I would wish to be. You know what I'm saying?
it didn't end with just one example, as by the looks of it, Aries has had issues with his entire run since returning, and while claiming that he was even biting modern rappers, Spears basically suggested Will was in the throes of a midlife crisis.
Cardi B, on the man of it.
Yeah, I mean,
so hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Will, you're 60-something. Stop trying to hang out at the young people's party. Nigga, do what was reminiscent of what made you cool, and stop trying to be a young person at 60-something. It's cringe. That was straight Cardi B's rhythm. Get the fuck out of here. That shit garbage, nigga. Sometimes I'm an action star. That means I'm an ad bizarre. Get the fuck out of here.
To Aries, there's a very evident way that a rapper should conduct himself. And while having a New York zip code seems to be the most important thing, it takes little more than one word used in the wrong context for him to write you off. One man that learned this recently was none other than Kentucky's Jack Harlow. As a man who'd risen to fame in the past few years, he was naturally in Aries' firing line, but he probably didn't know why. But during a recent Vlad TV appearance, he claimed that even though he's been ardently trying to make himself a success in this field since he was in his early teens, the industry will never see him as a real part of the culture.
People love Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow's been on a run. Multiple hit records, big songs.
Nobody in the black community is considering Jack Harlow a true MC. A true MC.
I think people fuck with Jack Harlow.
What people?
Not content to stop there, he elaborated on his issues, as well as explaining why a certain white rapper that's in his top 5 gets the pass in a way that no one else does.
Fuck that. There ain't no whips and chain. Fuck out of here with that. Talking about the culture. Eminem is so authentic to the culture. All them other dudes ain't. I mean, that's where you live.
No, you're right. You're right. Eminem stayed as a true rapper.
Just like Kid Rock.
He went all that
rapper.
field.
Get the fuck out of here.
You're right. And a lot of people do that, unfortunately. I mean,
a lot of people do what? Use us, and then once they get on, abandon us? Yeah, they do that. They do that.
But it's safe to say that it's not only white rappers that Aries sees as defiling the genre. Because if you're from the South, you better conduct yourself in a particular way. Otherwise, the comedian has smoke for you. While he isn't fundamentally against rappers from Georgia and the surrounding areas, he did take issue with what he saw as Quavo's inability to speak clearly.
I said, hey man, what you think of that artist? And Quavo said, man, why you gonna quiz me, lady? Do you know what I just said?
No.
He was trying to say, why are you going to quiz me like that? But he said, man, why you gonna quiz me, lady? And people I was arguing with when I posted it on my Instagram were going, hey man, that's just the South. You gotta be from here to know that. I said, no, that's ignorance. You butchering the human language. You can have an accent and be understandable. Being inaudible, completely different. How you gonna quiz me, lady? You didn't even know what I said. Took me 3 times to hear him and go, did this motherfucker just try to say quiz me like that?
Citing this example over and over again, he's used it as a means of critiquing Migos' success.
Again, you keep going to people's following. If you put 1,000 idiots in a room, you have 1,000 idiots.
So you're saying that the Migos do not have a huge black fan base?
Did I say that?
See what I'm saying? It's not just a bunch of white people at these shows.
Okay, but
there's a good amount, but I would say that their core fan base.
Did you understand James Brown when he did interviews? You can't say you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so dude is being spoken to, and his reaction is, how you gonna quit me, lady? I'm not co-signing that.
And rather than bringing this up on one occasion, he just wouldn't let the incident go.
We didn't talk like that, man. And listen, we free now. Slavery's been abolished. And I'm not shitting on the South or trying to make it seem like it's a South thing, because Ludacris, Big Boy, T.I., even though T.I. be using big ass words, because you can tell T.I. loves him some T.I. Expeditiously. That nigga love being like he's a king on a
expeditiously. Indubitably, nigga. I know it. Hey, come on now.
Throne. But they all speak fluent, understandable English. Nigga, what the fuck is, man, why you gonna quimulate? We can read now, nigga.
In fact, he was unrelenting in his criticism to the point that he was getting into heated debates with Southern radio hosts.
And when people were going in the comments, man, Aries don't understand, that's just a Southern thing. I said, don't regulate that to the South. T.I.'s from the South. Andre 3000's from the South. Big Boy, Ludacris, all from the South. You can understand them just fine. That ain't got nothing to do with Southern region. That is ignorance.
I don't agree with that. That's ignorance. Mother could have talked like that.
But then mother ignorant.
Well, you can't do that because
whoa. How you gonna say they mama ignorant if, bro? Some people just speak like that. Like they got that one scene in Atlanta, the T.I. movie. I know if y'all know or not, where Ant in the car talking to that man, and he just They got to throw subtitles up on the screen because how Buddy talk. That's just how he talk. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's definitely hard to understand people like that. You're gonna have to repeat things, and it's tough, but that's just how it is with some people.
Ignorance is passed down. It's generational.
This is something that's in their culture, man.
But while this might seem petty, whoever keeps up with Spears' outlook will know these complaints about Quavo are part of a broader issue he has with any rapper who picked up the mic after 2004. Since the rise of the trap scene, Aries has taken aim at the generation time and time again.
How you feel about this generation of hip-hop here?
Garbage. Listen, Lil Yachty, Spot 'em, Got 'em, Lil Nas X, the Island Boys, Tekashi 6ix9ine, all them niggas.
Why did he throw the Island Boys in that? I can't tell you one. Come on now, he just being disrespectful. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, any of them. Boy.
Niggas look like Tim Burton Batman villains. I mean, other than Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole.
Okay.
If you took the MCs of my era from the 90s, I named some of them.
Brought too soon.
Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, DMX, Jadakiss, Big Pun, Big L. You put them up against this young generation of rappers, you would literally have the 92 Dream Team versus the Special Olympics.
Even recently, he took aim at the 2025 XXL freshman class, citing it as an indictment of the entire genre.
Who's your favorite rapper on the 2025 freshman class?
I can tell you right now, I don't know not one of the motherfuckers you gonna name.
All right, now you gotta have to chill with that shit, bro. Baby Chief do it like that. That nigga, he really like that.
See, I told you my boy was gangster.
He like that, bro. Come on now.
1800 Rugrat?
I don't know who that is.
Baby Chief Do It?
I don't know who that is.
EBK, J-Bo?
I don't know who that is.
Eve Triplin?
I don't know who that is.
Jello, aka D'Angelo Ball?
Listen, if it were up to me.
You know who that is though, right?
D'Angelo Ball?
Yeah.
The basketball player?
Yes.
He's rapping?
Yeah, he's rapping now.
Nuke the whole generation. If it were up to me, I would drop an atomic bomb on the whole generation.
Whatever you think of him, it's clear that Aries is about as brazen as they come when it comes to voicing his frustrations and opinions. And almost unreservedly, he would come at anyone in pop culture, with a rare exception of being understandably a little fearful of DMX, when the conversation turned to his impression of the famed East Coast rapper.
Everybody else was outside the locker rooms in the Staples Center. So in other words, if a nigga had to bounce, you had options. I made the mistake of going in the locker room where X and his niggas was. And when I walked in, the dude closed the door and stood in front of the door. And all these niggas made a circle around me and X. And I was like, yo, X, my CD. And before I can get 3 words, I was like, yo, Doug, I know, I heard it. You know what I mean? It's in my voice. You know some of my voice, right? I was like, he was like, yeah, can you promote the CD, whatever? I don't know. Let me hear it. If it's good, yeah. If it's not, and the nigga really growled. And I was like, oh, shit. I'm a nigga, man. You know, I like pork rinds and pig's feet and hoes and all that, smoke blunts, L's, drink, I'm a nigga, but I ain't a nigga. I'm a Huxtable's nigga. DMX is good times. When you can talk and pull a razor from under your tongue without cutting yourself, it's a nigga skill. I don't have them skills, I read.
But ultimately, Aries is a rare case of someone who has run his mouth and almost exclusively escaped unscathed. But it has come back to bite him on one occasion. A while back, all that tough talk came back for him when he was smacked by radio personality Zoe Williams. This went down when they appeared alongside each other at the Corey Holcomb show, and clearly, he was intent on pushing him too far.
Light-skinned nigga.
Hey, that motherfucker put hands on you, nigga, give you real black eyes.
Come on, don't do that, nigga.
And that's the truth, nigga.
Trust me, nigga, you could, trust me.
I've had about enough of your shit. That's the truth, nigga. Shut the fuck up while I'm
loudest niggas are the light-skinned niggas.
Yeah.
That wish they could be black.
But that'll do that work, though.
No, I know.
Over time, he got to the stage where he felt compelled to throw hands at Aries.
I'm very clear-minded.
Which means I'll fuck you up even more because I'm drunk, nigga.
Well, hold up.
He got on top of his. You gotta be able to back that shit up if you really gonna run your mouth like that, bro. You can't just. I know it looked like Buddy just took off on him, but let's run that back. Watch this. Watch this.
Well, hold up.
Which means I'll fuck you up even more.
All right, so you see that all that talking, right?
Because I'm drunk, nigga.
1, 2, and then there was a glitch moment. There was more than 2 seconds before he hit him. Do y'all see that? I'm gonna play it back one more time.
Over time, he got to the stage where he felt compelled to throw hands at Aries.
I'm very clear-minded.
Which means I'll fuck you up even more because I'm drunk, nigga.
Well, hold up.
So you see the glitch? He had more than enough time to.
Considering that Aries usually comes out on top in these types of exchanges, the video surfacing always cracks people up. Aries went from talking tough to Fido playing dead position real quick. But even in the aftermath, Aries has done the utmost to suggest that he didn't lose face and was actually being smart about it.
That's why when I caught so much flack for the Corey Holcomb thing with Zoe, it ate at my ego and it ate at me as a man, because all I would hear is, yeah, you weak, you soft, you ain't do nothing. First thing I thought to myself was, what if this gets out of hand? What if you do something and it gets out of hand? You're the sole breadwinner for your family. At that time, a wife, you got kids, you got a career. If you
Hold up, so you thinking about all that, but when you was running your mouth, calling him soft, calling him all these other things, trying to make him look like a bitch on the internet, you didn't expect for him to retaliate. At no point he just supposed to just take this straight up disrespectful like bullshit from the likes of your big ass. Man, shut the fuck up.
You do something that takes you out of position to make money and have the people that depend on you be taken care of. That was smart. So you know what? Instead of handling it on some street shit, which is what the streets think is the only solution, I went, no, I'm gonna handle it through Seigenberg and Eisenhower. You know what I'm saying? The two Jews with the lawyers.
And sure enough, he attempted to take legal action.
And he was trying to get a check off Buddy.
But in 2019, his lawsuit was thrown out after neither the plaintiff nor an attorney representing him showed up for the scheduled start of trial. When you've been in the public eye.
Wait, hold on. So you telling me this nigga went to trial? Oh, he didn't show up. Hold on.
The lawyers.
And sure enough, he attempted to take legal action. But in 2019, his lawsuit was thrown out after neither the plaintiff nor an attorney representing him showed up for the scheduled start of trial. When you've been in the public eye for as long as Aries has, you'll need to take some L's along the way. And that certainly was one of them. But honestly, the real surprise is that it hasn't happened more often, especially when he's got a tendency to speak recklessly about rappers who are always intent on retaining their image and responding in volatile manners when anyone comes after them. But with Aries as active as ever, you can bet that there will be more controversies where that came from, and things could go left.
That nigga, man, Buddy's irrelevant, bro. That's all that be about. And I know we done ran pretty long this video, 10 minutes too long actually, but he's a clown. That's why a lot of people don't get on his bumper, like, you know what I'm saying? He's irrelevant. He has to speak his way into irrelevance by causing stunts like that instead of just working on his craft and being on stage. Because when was the last time there was an Aries Spears like stand up? I'll wait. Anyways, I'll get to y'all in the next video. I'm out.